YouTube's doing its weird negative time thing again. I don't know if I'm actually live yet. There's no way I can, though. YouTube's weird. YouTube is very weird. Hopefully I don't accidentally unplug my microphone. There we go. Or bump the HDMI cable in such a way that it decides to glitch everything out. It has been a little while since I've done this. Hello, AI. Guess that confirms the stream is actually working. YouTube and its weird negative times. Now it just started. My audio sounds weird. There we go. Probably doesn't sound weird to you guys, just to me, because I apparently stepped on that plug at some point. Well, 3 p.m. Atlantic time is when I'd usually started day streams, so... I feel so rusty. I'm not dead yet, though, so there is that. Ow. Yeah, YouTube's a little slow. At the very least, it's giving notifications, so, you know. I have had times in my channels past where it just wasn't giving out notifications at all. I will note, at least for now, these morning streams are going to be, you know, more or less random stuff. Once Animal Crossing New Horizons comes out, it's going to be morning streams are Animal Crossing New Horizons. That is just gonna be how it's gonna be. It will very likely be a good game, because Animal Crossing has always been good game. Even their mobile game is good, just cash hungry. I'm dead. Ink storms! I'm still drinking coffee out of a bowl, basically. Because what else do I drink it out of? A cup? Like a normal person? I ain't normal. Technically, what I am drinking it out of is a cup. It's just a really big cup. At the very least, it's not an eye cup, because that would come without a handle. Because nothing like firing shots at Apple. You know, if Apple did make, like, a mug, they would sell it without the handle and claim it's innovative, and then 2 years down the road, they've innovated the handle! And it's just, you know, standard cup handle again. I played New Leaf a lot, to the point where I have 2 SD cards with saves for New Leaf on them. So... Hello, Red. It is going. That's how it's going. Oh, excuse me. I need to remember to look up at the webcam more often. Alright, have fun with that. I don't even think I've ever played GTA Vice City. Can't see myself ever really playing it either. As someone who doesn't care about the story of GTA games, it doesn't make sense for me to ever go play an older GTA game, ever. Because they are basically all just the same game, but the newer ones have more to them. Ow. It's kind of the thing with a lot of games that, you know, more or less sequel games. With the exception of something like Splatoon, because the 2 games feel different enough that it's worth still playing the original, just for the wacky, overpowered specials. But, like, when it comes to, like, GTA or even, like, Saints Row, like, I don't personally see much point to the newer games. Well, buying the older games after you have the newer games. By that extension, there isn't much point to the newer games either, because they're just the older games, but with minor differences. Usually just improvements. Just make updates, guys. Updates exist. I know they didn't for a lot of older games' existence. You're not missing a whole lot, if I'm honest. Double kill! I mean, the games are... well, they are exactly what they say on the tin. You steal cars, you kill people. It gets boring after about 2 hours. Unless you can get invested in a story that's, for the most part, not even meant to be taken seriously. You know... they're just not great games. I mean, their popularity literally comes from the taboo-ness that was the first GTA. Like... yeah, fair enough. I play a lot of warships, and it's a team-based shooter, so literally every match in that game is different. Also, I'm going to apologize here for how salty I got at the end of last night's stream, if anyone goes back and watches it. It is very frustrating in warships when you lose and you know it's because that destroyer over there isn't doing his job. Or at the very least, you die, and you know it's because that destroyer over there isn't doing his job. Like, even looking back at that situation, I'll go through it and explain what the destroyer could have done to actually do his job, and thus we could have won the engagement. There was a Tier 10 gunboat destroyer of the Japanese line. It is a singular quintuple torpedo tube launcher. So a single 5-launched torpedo. And supporting him was me in Thunderer. So big battleship, big guns. I need people to spot for me. I'm big, I'm fat. The French Tier 10 cruiser, which does not have a radar on it. And a British Tier 10 cruiser that more often than not will not have radar on it. So we had no way of spotting the enemy destroyer except our destroyer, going out and finding him. The opposing side had a Des Moines, the American Tier 10 cruiser. It has a radar. It has a rather nice radar on it. Radars can just locate ships within their radius. Don't worry, you won't be running into those until Tier 7s. At least not regularly. You can potentially start seeing them at Tier 5, but people have to be playing the Tier 7 ships that have radars. But I'm getting off topic. And this Des Moines was hiding behind an island. If it had used its radar, I was just out of its radar range. And otherwise, it probably just hadn't used its radar yet. What the destroyer could have done, instead of just sitting back and not doing a damn thing, and just waiting for all of his support to die, would be fire his torpedoes towards the island that the Des Moines was behind, to the point where the Des Moines would have seen them. The Des Moines is now going to fire his radar, thus wasting it, and letting the gunboat destroyer do its job, no problem. But instead, he hid by an island, doing absolutely nothing. Not firing his torpedoes, not firing his guns, just sitting there. As I said at the end of the stream, sitting there jerking off, because that may as well be what he was doing, for all the good he was doing for the team. And because he wasn't out spotting anything, I couldn't see anything that was shooting at me. Neither could the cruisers. Like, we were helpless because this destroyer was refusing to do his job and find the enemy destroyer, so that we could kill it and then get the advantage. I mean, I've played enough destroyers in a position that meet radar to know how to fight radar. And it's quite simply, you throw your torpedoes towards where the radar ship is, let him see them, and he's going to pop his radar. He's going to. If he sees your torpedoes, he knows he can be torpedoed by them. He needs to find you now, because radar ships are predominantly cruisers. Cruisers don't much enjoy being torpedoed. Nothing enjoys being torpedoed. Like... And I have it even harder, because I play Pan-Asia destroyers, and their torpedoes are harder to spot. That is their big benefit. They're the ninja killers, basically. Their torpedoes are basically not detected until they're right on top of their target, which is really nice. Like, it just gets annoying playing warships sometimes, at least at high tiers. You don't run into that at the lower tiers, because destroyers at low tier have no fear. They do their job, they do it well, and they're really good at what they do. Yeah, they tend to have the lowest survival rate of any of the tiered destroyers. But at the same time, they do their jobs. And that means they usually win a lot more than the destroyers at high tiers that don't do their jobs. And yet choose to stay alive instead. As a destroyer, it's your job to spot and have the enemy destroyer killed, hopefully before you're dead. If it happens after you're dead, it doesn't... Well, basically, if it happens just after you die, doesn't matter. You still basically killed that enemy destroyer. You still did your job. You'll still get a hefty payout at the end of the match, because that's just how Wargaming has everything set up. Destroyers get a lot for doing their job. I mean, it should speak volumes that the average destroyer tends to get around 30,000, 40,000 damage. Like... That's only, that's about the health of a cruiser. And the damage actually, on average, drops off as they go higher, because no longer is their job getting damage. Their job is to spot things. Which is why I like carriers, because carriers spot things remarkably well. You get 2 carriers on a team, and now you've basically got 2 really good destroyers that can still put out damage really easily. Not as much as they should put out, but, you know. People whined. It's no joke to say destroyers are the team's eyes. If your destroyers suck, you don't have eyes. You're now fighting blind. The enemy now have the full initiative to just take up whatever position they want and rain fire on you from places you can't even see them because of how the detection mechanics work. If a ship fires its guns and nothing is within line of sight to where that ship, like that ship's detection range when it fired, it doesn't become detected. Something needs to be within line of sight. Well, an enemy needs to be within line of sight. Which is where destroyers come in. They flank around to the side or chill kind of to the front and spot things, because things will fire their guns. The destroyer then gets spotted ribbons, and then gets something called spotting damage for things being shot that they've spotted. Like... Well, spotted and kept spotted. Yeah, playing the Russian line of destroyers, you will be very much knife fighting. Most of their destroyers have about a 4-kilometer torpedo range, which is well within inside their detection range. But they have really good guns. You will almost never lose a gunfight in the Russian destroyer, at least fighting other destroyers. Even fighting some inline cruisers, you'll still win. Now, you will probably lose to the French destroyers, but they have big, fast-firing guns because they have no smoke screens. They can't hide even if they wanted to. I have the Tier 6 French destroyer. They're not great. They're basically smaller cruisers. And destroyers may very well be for you. They can't fight at range even if they wanted to. But none of them have range. I think the highest range destroyer is something like 12-kilometer range, and that's like a tier 10. Tier 10 cruisers tend to have about somewhere between 15-16-kilometer range. Battleships tend to be 24 to 28. Alright, AI. Oh, Joy-Con. Work with me here. They have beacons, but only their person that doesn't have beacons has sub power up. I feel like I'm focusing too much. Ow. That was a lot of splats that life, jeez. Ow. I'll get to that friend request after one more match. Whoever sent that in. Welcome back, AI. One plus side of how I'm streaming now, I can actually see people's YouTube icons. Oh, excuse me. Fair enough, Little Diamond. I will get to it. I just want to play one more match in the off chance someone on my friends list is trying to join. I don't want them to be forced to wait another match. At least with how late it was in the match. Usually if friend requests show up within like the first half of a match, I'll back out immediately after the match to get to it. But the second half, I'll give it one more match. I just figured I'd explain, because a lot of people don't seem to quite get what I'm doing when it comes to that. I prevented one bubble from going off. Take that, wacko! So you get for splooning without, it is wacko, I believe. Yeah, it was wacko, and then, so you get for splooning without wacko and dot. Oh, yakko and dot. There, I can speak. Animaniacs references. Yakko, wacko, and dot. Ow. That is a lot of ink saver. I can't imagine using a sniper and not having run speed for that initial extra strafing. I'm just so used to having it, though. Darn it. I feel so rusty. I know I'm not doing bad, but I still feel rusty. It's a case of, like, I know I'm making mistakes. My Joy-Con just disconnected and reconnected. Always great when that happens. Now to hope I still have room on my friends list. If I don't, I'll have to go through and clear some people off. Every time I do that, I feel awful, but like, Nintendo has limited the list to being so small. I may as well grab goggles here as well. That came in a while back. Yeah, that came in on the 12th. It shows how long it's been since I've streamed. And that's why I don't try and do this in the middle of battle. It doesn't work out. Alright, I have snails. Snail. Your school bus is going by outside. The sound of a school bus is still just kind of ingrained in my head. Partially because it was the sound I was hoping to hear go by twice before I got out of bed. I'm sure you'll be able to get it on the next one. I mean, it's pretty uncommon that Turf War lobbies don't change up every, like, 10 seconds. So, you know. Like, someone here is probably already thinking, nah, I don't want to play with these herbs anymore. Ow. Didn't turn fast enough. I know how to fight those things, but I'm not using a weapon that's great for fighting undercovers. Because I don't have a bomb. Though that is also a way of fighting an undercover. Wait for them to panic and run away. And then cut them off. Damn it, I ran out of ink. So I get for getting greedy and throwing a sprinkler. Wait. Oh, it's up there that's not been inked yet. Well, I'll fix that. Damn it! Yeah. That's it. I'm digging up my undercover. So that happens when I die to an undercover a couple times. Because I know in the mirror match I could have won that. Especially because that is probably the worst undercover in the game. I know competitively it's good because, oh, ink armor. Ink armor sucks. I'm totally not still just salty about the lack of bubbler. The blob blobber? It's not bad. It's rather fun. Because, I mean, bouncing bubbles is fun. When I say bubbler, I'm referring to the first Splatoon game. It was a special. It gave invulnerability for like 4 seconds to you and any nearby teammate. It's what ink armor replaced. We went from invulnerability to tiny shield. So I am not very centered on the webcam. It's hard to keep straight of where I should sit, because I keep the webcam in a static position. But, like, I move my chair because, well, my bed is literally right behind me. And I'm taller than the bed is, so I need to move my chair so I can sleep. I literally drape over the bottom of the bed, which is why there's no bed frame to this bed. Because that would just be horribly uncomfortable. Tall people problems. I apologize now if I kill you a lot. This is my main. But I need to show this little undercover what for. Damn it. He has help. Dominance asserted. Damn it. Now I need to kill him again. This is definitely not going great for me. Though I can still take solace in the 1v1 he lost. It's just, you know, you all were better at protecting him than my team was at protecting me from the other team. Yeah, in the first game, I used Bubbler and Killer Whale a lot. Fair enough. Suppose I also used Ink Strikes a lot because I believe the Splattershot Pro I used was point sensor Ink Strike. I think that's what it was. I know I was using it for the point sensor. It was the Forge. Because I needed the help with aiming. It really isn't the Kensa Brella. It is the flat out worse Brella. After this match, I will grab that friend request. Ow. Just so you know there, Lulu Diamond, to back out instead of continuing. If you want, anyway. Go ahead and stay with this lobby. I can't. I'm not stopping you. The guy is such a coward. He just camps. Camping is not how you use an undercover. I will note, for fighting undercovers, the best thing you can do is throw a bomb in their face. Like, it almost doesn't even matter what type of bomb, just throw a bomb. As long as it's a one-hit KO bomb, anyway. Because you'll break their shield, and now they're just a worse standard weapon. See, it's cases like this where I just feel mean. It happens. Hello, Vernon. Just a reminder, I'm going to back out, grab that friend request. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'll probably already be backed out by the time you guys hear me saying I'm backing out. Because if I don't back out, then, well, I'll disconnect and I'll be backed out anyway. Because that's just how it works. I was not expecting a Japanese name. Do I actually... No, wait, yeah, that was the friend request that came in via Kirby Clash. So like, I don't remember that being a Japanese name, but yeah, it was. It was for Kirby Clash. Now, I'm gonna take this thing off. I feel mean when using it in Turf War. Oop, Joy-Con. There it goes. It's been a long time since I used a blaster. Let's see how badly I do. As you might be able to see, I'm not very great with them, so, I mean... I actually picked up blasters in preparation for doing a video series on Splatoon 2. I want to show off every weapon, but they were one of my worst weapons, so I needed to get better with them, so... Darn it. Darn it! I'm so rusty with this thing. Darn it. I'm dying, but as much as I'm splatting. Oh, person died. Darn it! Meh. Doing so badly. I know I can be doing better. Yep, GG. I mean, looking at the team, that may have also been part of my problem. Half of this team was snipers. Who did? I wasn't even paying attention. I just looked at the weapons. I rarely ever look at the score. I should probably look at the score more. I'm very bad at this. Yeah, but things are rarely balanced when it comes to turf war, which is what makes it fun. I say things are rarely balanced. Quite often they're decently balanced, but... I generally like fighting uphill battles, so... It gets so annoying trying to play sniper in turf, though. Because, like... Especially, like, practicing sniping. It doesn't matter so much when the enemy team has, like, one sniper on it. And you're trying to practice sniping. What does hurt is when the whole lobby goes sniper because you're streaming it and everyone wants to play sniper and snipe the streamer that's sniping. I have had that happen before. It was very counterproductive to my learning how to snipe. I'll join into the booyah train. I almost feel like I should stop playing blasters. I feel like I'm dragging the team down. Case in point. Why bomb defense? It's like the worst power. I suppose if he just really likes that shirt, it's his turf war. It's not like things like that overly matter. Don't always stream when you're in school, unless you're in school later tonight as well. Ow. I'm getting back into the kick of doing day streams, but I'm still doing night streams. Which reminds me, I still need to download that Twitch stream and get it uploaded to YouTube. Whoops. It'll be up at some point. Yeah, it's pretty safe to say I'm probably dragging the team down. So, time to switch weapons. You know, I wonder if anyone will actually use them. I'll go this. If you're on my team, use my beacons. They'll get you back to the fight quickly. Ow. Poor beacon. My poor bacon. How could they? Could they destroy the bacon? Ow. Worth it. No, my beacon. Ow. Wonder if they'll notice that beacon. Hello, Nautilus. Hey, someone used this one. Time to go replace it. Ow. They've definitely noticed it now. Ow. Why? Because I have a bad habit of not streaming 2 days in a row. Well, this is my 3rd day in a row, I think. No, I think this is the 2nd day. Yeah, second day. I'll get to the third day. I really want to try for no more missed streams for the rest of the year. Yep, we did it! With the power of bacon. Oh, so I guess you hired a hit team and they failed. Did they, Nautilus? I kind of guessed what you were saying. I was just poking fun. It's what I do. I also see the little orange dot indicating my computer wishes to update, which is going to be kind of annoying. I'll have to do that after the stream. I actually started an hour earlier yesterday. I might actually start doing that if I'm awake for it. I didn't wake up today until like 1:30. It's now basically 4. I started streaming an hour ago. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, now you're on the other team. Now you know to destroy my beacons. You've seen how good they are. There we go. Yep. I'll be streaming on Twitch tonight. The schedule is on the Discord. It's pinned in the announcements channel. Which also, for anyone new here, there is a Discord if you want to join it. It is linked in the description. You click the link, Discord's free to sign up to. Just sign up and enjoy. It's basically the best place to get notified when I'm going live. And where I'm going live too. Because in the announcements, I've been putting where I'm going live when I go live. Wow, all of my beacons got used up. Or destroyed. Destroyed is also an option. Ow. I can hope they were used, though. I can hope. Ow. I protected my private property. It is still the best place to get notified when I'm going live. Ow. Oh, all of my beacons are dead. My poor babies. Yep, GG. I will note it is generally in your best interest to destroy beacons. If you can, destroy them. These things are ridiculous. I mean, if you can basically keep my beacons from doing anything, my weapon and equipment keep me from doing anything other than beacons. So, you know. And if you're on my team, use the beacons. They're very nice. Stirring up my coffee. My phone doesn't make noise to notify me of anything, but it does have the little stuff right along the top. It's like, hey, these things have happened. 99% of it's Azure Lane. Which is probably a good thing it doesn't notify me with a sound every time something happens, because then I'd hear, like, 5 notifications every, like, hour from Azure Lane. And then I'd want to play Azure Lane, and then that would cause another 5 notifications in the next hour, and it's not good. Oh, jeez. Frickin' Tetris! Though, I can almost be willing to bet, Nautilus, your phone does do one thing my phone doesn't. Your phone could probably make a call if it had to. Mine can't. My phone does not work as a phone. It is basically just an Android device. I would take the ability to call people over, you know. Well, call people, have internet away from a Wi-Fi source, and, you know. Ow. Basically the ability to do what a modern phone does over having notifications. Excuse me. My coffee's making me really gassy today. That is not 54 to 35, Nintendo. I refuse to believe that. I refuse. Jay, the only phone I've ever had that could make a call was a little flip phone I bought when I was working cleaning at a supermarket. And that's only because I needed a phone that they could contact me with. I assumed they'd call me. No, they texted. And I had a flip phone. If you've never tried to text on a flip phone, it's not easy. Okay, that other guy doesn't have beacons. I was worried for a second. Yeah, haha! Take that, Sam! I'll be back in the fight before you are! Yeah, haha! Beacons! Ow. Like, no joke, flip phones are the reason why we have shorthand things like LOL. Because it just... It would not be realistic to type out stuff like that on a flip phone. You know, what LOL means kind of thing. You know, JK, things like that. We have that shorthand because of flip phones. Darn it! Darn it, lefty! Hey, one of my teammates is using a beacon! I mean, he died immediately. I should have tried to get... Well, I tried to get back, but momentum. Lefty has a real hate for my beacons. Like, jeez, Lefty. It's the purple guy you want, not me. I ain't purple. Ow. Guys, no lefty is $5. Ow. I'm blue. This is blue. I don't know why you guys all call this purple. It's blue. I know I'm the colorblind one here, but it looks blue. It's blue, I tell you. Blue! Yeah, the color of our team was. It's blue. At least to me. No, because it's on both of my screens. It looks blue. I am colorblind. So, that might be the thing. But it's blue, I tell you. Maybe it's you all who are colorblind. $7, Dan. Oh, man. I wish I could remember that line from Tulip. Oh, gods. Why can't I remember that line? The teacher saying all of the martial artsies. He's a master of. I mean, don't worry, guys. Being colorblind isn't so bad. You never have to worry about fashion ever again. So, you know. If you didn't worry about it in the first place, it's just an extra plus, because now you'll absolutely never have to worry about it. Ow. I swear, if that was Lefty. That was Lefty destroying one of my beacons again. And also, yes, I do understand the irony of a colorblind person playing Splatoon. I'm not even the only streamer that's colorblind that plays Splatoon. It's quite ironic, really. Really bright colors, yes, they will still hurt my eyes. I imagine they do everybody. Because, you know, bright colors. Ow. Damn it. Who keeps breaking all my beacons? 7 Dan? I'm blaming him. These are private property. They're not to be broken. The enemy team's like, it's free real estate. It's like, damn it. Ow. No, it's probably Lefty. I knew he was still around. Frickin' Lefty. Take that, Lefty! Defending my beacons! Look at them. In their nice little straight line. On the crooked map. You know, I'm gonna put one right there. Ow. If that one lives, I'm gonna be very surprised. I'm definitely not jumping to it right now, though. Partially because this one needs fixed, but you know. Ow. Darn it, Joe. That beacon is still alive. I swear, putting them in corners like that is just the best place ever to put them. No one ever sees them. But my beacons were getting crushed, thus I didn't accomplish a whole lot, because, well, my beacons are what makes up for me using kind of a bad weapon. I think I should stop using beacons. Indeed, yellow. It is blue versus yellow. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna tube some goo all over the place. This is gonna go horribly. It is indeed. I have an Australian viewer who is a whiz with this thing. Like, they'll just mess you up with it. And then there's me that's just like, Ow. Right, I'm not using the fun set! Oh, you can do something really fun with this thing. I need to do it next battle. It's super gimmicky, but I love it. Ow. It's basically a way to counteract the long charge time. Ow. That's so bad. Maybe I won't use this again next round, though. I want to use the gimmicky setup, but I'm not going to be... I haven't even really hit anybody yet. Ow. Sadness. I mean, Yellow is technically a character in the Pokemon universe. It is the first generation female trainer that didn't actually exist outside of the manga. Sadness. I splatted someone! I splatted someone! Okay, now I need this, and I need this. Remember warning, main power-up? What's that gonna do? It increases my damage. And increasing my damage means I can now splat at 3/4 charge. I think it's 3/4. It's around there anyway. 3/4 to 2/3, somewhere in that range. Yeah, I mean, one of us has to, so... Damn it, Salvador. I've used this setup, and this team is just too good now. It's totally some of my gear, totally. I'm totally helping. I'm just gonna come back here and turf. I'm not even needed. Yeah, these guys are ridiculous. Jeez. Though I am guessing that Diamond doesn't really use the GooTuber often, so it was probably a 4-on-3 before. Right now it's just a 3-on-3. I splatted someone! I splatted the same number of people in both games! I am gonna put this thing away, though. I turfed! Wait, no, it's a hat I have that has sync resist. Yeah. Doop, doop. Doop. Need to... Boop. And let's go... Screw it. I'm gonna scope some splats. Very badly. I'm getting remarkably low on coffee. Alright, Nautilus. Buddy, you don't have the right subs. Your beacon is useless to me. I mean, it's not useless, but it may as well be. If you're gonna run beacons, run sub power up. I know the temptation is to run quick super jump, so you get a faster jump to your beacons. But it doesn't help your teammates if you're running quick super jump. I'll get to that friend request after the next game. It's a little too far through this one. That's a teammate. Ow. Fair enough, Nautilus. As I mentioned, I will get to the front quest after the next battle. I'm just not very good at sniping. At least not in Splatoon. Take the fire fin, it has a better special. I have a pimple, like, right here. It's annoying me. Ow. I'm such a bad sniper. Once again, in Splatoon. Ow. Not the greatest sniper in Ravenfield either, but it's because I'm still getting used to Ravenfield's very specific bullet drop. I have not played it enough to get used to how its bullet drop works. I should stream Ravenfield more. Like, stream actually playing Ravenfield instead of just watching the bots play, because I was in a mood where I just did not feel like playing any video games. Ow. Though now that I'm not doing dual streams anymore, I could easily just do a just chatting stream on Twitch at some point. It would have to line up to me not wanting to play games on a day where Twitch is there. 'Cause it just feels weird doing that kind of thing on YouTube. You guys seem to have a disconnect. But as I mentioned, I am going to be backing out after this one, so to get to that friend request. Ow. I've died so many times. It's funny how this looks, at least my last poke at the map, looked like this was a, you know, balanced competitive match. And there's like, you know, it was a 4-on-3 for a fair chunk of it. My team was using me as a beacon for a little bit. Yeah, I know it was you. I'm gonna change off of sniping though. I'm so bad at it. Mini splatting. Now, I'm just gonna say now, I'm probably not gonna accept another friend request for the rest of the stream. Because there's only gonna be another about 25 minutes of stream. I don't need to be sorry. You were zigzagging. Kind of. It's literally what I do to snipers. I can't really get mad at you for that. So, probably be about 5 more games played. Roughly. 5 or 6. I might end it a little earlier, because I am kind of hungry, so. I mean, I ate a little before the stream, but it was like 3 pieces of raisin bread. I'm still hungry. So, random question to you all. When having raisin bread, do you put anything on the raisin bread, or do you just eat it plain? This extends to cinnamon and raisin bread. Which is quite often how raisin bread is anyway. Because, see, I ask because I tend to just eat it plain. I find there's more than enough flavor to the raisin bread already that it just feels wrong to try and add more to it. It doesn't help most usual sandwich toppers are not things that go with raisins. Cinnamon, yes. Raisins, no. Like, cheese. Even cheese doesn't go with cinnamon. Peanut butter does, though. Like, peanut butter and cinnamon is good. Butter and cinnamon is good. But, like, ow. I can't imagine mixing them with raisins. And my mother and older sister have always gotten at me for never putting anything on raisin bread. But it has enough flavor. But I'm very much the type of person that whenever I'm eating something, I want to be able to taste everything involved. If I can't, there's too much of whatever I'm tasting the most of, is my general opinion. I also play around with recipes until I get to a point where I can taste everything involved. Ow. Like, I quite often make a barbecue sauce to go with hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. That, basically, the main components of it is ketchup, which, that is the one exception of I don't want to still taste the ketchup. The reason for making the barbecue sauce is because I don't want ketchup. It's just a ketchup-based barbecue sauce, though. But past that, the main components are brown sugar, which you can taste, garlic, which you can taste, and smoked paprika, which you can taste. Like, and it's a really good sweet barbecue sauce. It's actually the same type of barbecue sauce you would get if you got like popcorn chicken or something with barbecue sauce. It's that type of barbecue sauce. How could you not eat raisin bread? I'm just teasing with that. Generals, if you break things down to their ingredients, a lot of things sound not good when you're hearing the ingredients, but once it's all together, it works. Ow. Yeah, I could imagine eating raisin bread with something that different would be not so great. Nice to know I still have that habit of every time I die saying ow. I just noticed I was doing that. And not like the in-game saying ow. That I knew I was still doing. I mean the physically saying ow. Yeah, it's chilly. I don't want to have my heater on during the stream, and the furnace has not been on the entire time I've been awake. Though I think we're getting a little low on oil, so that would probably be why. Not unless you appear to be lagging a fair bit. I mean, Ethernet won't make a big difference for the Switch because it doesn't have the proper USB connectors to even make good use of it. But it should at least give you a more stable connection, which it seems to have done because you're not disconnecting. I remember you used to disconnect a fair bit, so your connection is definitely more stable. I'd say it's probably just your internet service in general is not great. You know, that person with the name of 100 Dead Men reminded me of a theory that I very much approve of. The songs It's Raining Men and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor are two perspectives of the exact same event. Ow. Get out of here, pigeon! This is no place for you. There's a war going on. Ow. Ah! I took him down that time! With help. Yeah, I can't imagine it's very fun to lag a lot. I'm now out of coffee. Yeah, I'm getting really hungry. This might actually be the final match of the stream. I'm hungry and I'm getting chilly. Because, you know, winter plus Canada. And I haven't really been eating much lately either. Because lag. You weren't behind a wall to someone else. Ah, Diamond, I see you're using the undercover. Using my precious baby. Ow. Darn it. The upside to lagging is you are killing me before you even get near me. At least on my end. Wait, how did someone get up here? What? That's possible? I never knew it was possible to get all the way up here. Like, how would they have done that? Because there's nothing there that's turfable. Oh, okay, it's abuse of the sponge. That's how they did it. Abusing the sponge. Yep, GG. Can't help but feel that's probably an exploit. Using that sponge to get up, if that is how they are actually getting up. But that is going to be the final match of the stream. It would only go another, like, 5-10 minutes anyway, so I'll just end it here, because I'm hungry, I'm chilly. I need to restart my computer, apparently. Because thank you, Windows 10. It's not like I don't want these updates, but they happen anyway. I could swear I turned my Windows Update service off, but, you know. It's apparently back on now. With all that said, there is a Discord. Should anyone wish to join it, it's linked in the description down below. There's also a bunch of other miscellaneous links for stuff. The description is packed with things. I really need to consolidate it a bit. With that said, I will be back streaming later tonight around 11 p.m. Atlantic time on Twitch. There is also a link for the Twitch in the description. Yeah, I think that is everything. I might be doing Splatoon again tonight. I might be doing Warships. I don't know which. I might do Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight. I don't know. I'll do something tonight. Well, that said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you here later tonight for more streaming action. See you all then.